I will make you some mint tea. I'll get you some spoons.
Научите меня понимать красоту. Отучите меня от тоски и от лени. На-на-на-на-на-на.
He forgot the lyrics. We had been together for 24 years. My husband is a creative one, so to say. He is very cheerful and vibrant. He is a musician. Yes, he is a jack of all trades. He is very positive, kind and responsive. It's the case for everyone. Your significant other is your beloved, your dear, the best human in the world. I turned 35 here. We celebrated our son's birthday on July the 2nd. There is even the last photo with the cake. He turned 16 and literally, just over a week later, Valeriy goes missing. Within 3 days, I knew that my husband had been detained by the so-called DPR, Ministry of State Security. I went to the district department of the Interior Ministry to file a claim. I posted on social media that my husband disappeared. I was then shown a decree that my husband had been arrested on charges of espionage and collaboration with the security service of Ukraine. Our place was searched. They didn't find whatever they were looking for. I gathered his belongings, bed sheets, the bare necessities. After the tortures, my husband was wrapped in bed cover because he was all broken. He could barely breathe. The guys wrapped him up to help him somehow. His ribs were broken. I was made aware that there was another article awaiting me too. After perusing what they presented, it occurred to me that there was a group involved, even though I hadn't done anything. Our town is small, and we never hid our pro-Ukrainian stance. It's Komsomolsk in the Starobeshivsky district of the Donetsk region, a small town. He spent months in isolation, even after the court hearing. He was transferred to the pre-trial detention center for a fortnight. Then, in May, he was transported to the colony. He barely spent time in pre-trial detention. He was in isolation for most of it. He wasn't moved anywhere. Despite everything, I got to the court hearing, which was postponed until February the 2nd. Yes, I did see my husband. He was emaciated. I remember returning home really down. I thought I grabbed his hands, but it was as if he didn't see me. Then he asked my mom, I don't recall, did I kiss her? Of course we did kiss. I grabbed his hands. Back then, I used to send him parcels containing chocolate candies. I didn't even know whether he got them at all. At that moment, he gets a jack out, a type of candy. I had my birthday on January the 30th, and I saw him on February the 2nd. He says, he didn't even know that I would come. He was scared by the fact that I came. He was petrified because he kept watching the eyes, observing the reaction of the security standing there. He hands me over this jack candy, and I take it, just like for the sake of it. I put it away and I keep holding his hands. When I get home, I don't even remember seeing him. It was as if I didn't see him. I spent 5 minutes with him, but it was as if I didn't see him at all. I was in such a state of shock, I guess. When I got into the car, I broke into tears because I took that jack. It's a minor detail for some probably, but I thought that he was hungry. He would be driven in that slammer and he could have eaten this jack, but now I have it. I still recall this moment. I hadn't mentioned it for a long time, but then I told my mom, why did I take it? She says, calm down. But he's hungry there. How can I not fight for all this? Tell me. When he was threatened with family, they grabbed him straight away. There are some words I will never forget. I just understand that we have to leave so that he's no longer blackmailed, so that they couldn't manipulate the fact that he loves his family so dearly. I don't know what happened. Maybe I have a very good guardian angel. I just called my father to tell him that we're leaving. And he says, Tanya, put it off until tomorrow at least. And I go, no, Dad, we're leaving now. I just take a small rucksack, wearing the very clothes that I had on, take the son and Mom, and we leave. I crossed the border. As soon as I crossed the border, it was like in a movie. I never thought it conceivable. I got a phone call, come into the square, we need to talk. And I say, sorry, I've left and I'm not coming back. Much later, after 3 years have passed, to refuse to hand him over with such a long list of documents proving he's there. DPR's so-called ombudsperson Daria Morozova keeps saying he's not found. There is even a video in the media where he pops up before the 2019 exchange. It's clear that it's Valeriy Matiushenko. We have the testimonies of those who returned stating who's still there. Until now, the latest Morozova said was that he's not found. That's him on Russia 1 TV channel. He appears several times. I posted this on Facebook. Since May 2019, he has been at the Makiivka colony number 32. I realize he's in the category of people who need to be fought for. He won't be handed over just like that. All my backgrounds always feature family photos. We would always go fishing, climbing trees. The two of them, it's as if he wasn't 50 or 55, but about 16. This struggle involved single-person pickets. On his birthday, he was congratulated on all the channels. All the parcels reach him, so I can't say anything negative. Concerning the so-called DPR Ministry of State Security, I would fry some pastries and make large boxes of pizza. We would roll 5-liter pancakes with cottage cheese and meat. Flasks with soup. Only 100 grams of the cheese would reach him out of 1 kilogram. My mom just wouldn't leave the oven. We did this every week. I would spend 30,000 rubles or just over $400 on parcels every fortnight. Before the 2017 exchange, I even managed to submit the documents proving that he's there, that he's accused of such an article, to the prisoner exchange center. It was already agreed on in Minsk, so he wasn't just on some list. He was approved by the Minsk Trilateral Contact Group on Donbas. Why? I was told through some channels that Deputy Interior Minister Anton Gerashchenko was told by the Russians that those people won't be handed over. They just removed them from the list. Now we see more of people who are not involved in the conflict in the Donbas returning, and it hurts that our authorities are not fighting for people who have been held there for years. There are people who have been jailed there for 5-6 years, and nothing is done. Why is that? Why is the DPR side getting whoever they want, and Ukraine is not getting those that they are demanding? Look, I'm going to hold a party for him at home when he gets back. I have plans already, and to be frank, as my son says, the two of us will just leave. We'll spend some time with the son, of course, but then we'll leave to spend time together. That's about it. That's how we used to live. And that's how we'll live happily ever after. Would to God that he returns.